There's something I haven't done in purpose, and I hope you to watch the video and put me what I'm missing in the comments. Right? It's something simple, but I made that in purpose. If you know, as you may know now, we have a bunch of assets. We added more classes to the core folder here, and I added interfaces that weren't at the beginning of this tutorial, and now I need to create the title level. To add the title level, I need to create a new file, and I'm going to call it title level.ts, and it will be a new class, or class title level. And this will be another scene, right? It will be different. So we need to load from this scene to the level 1 to start the game. So in this scene, I need to do some setting again. Basically, I need to add the scene, the camera, and the light, which are the basics, the basic stuff for babylon.js. Scene. I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna add a camera. I'm gonna add a light. I don't know if I'm gonna use that now, but that will be an hemispheric light. Hemispheric light, yes. Babylon.js code, okay. I will need a timer to make the text blink, like in the old arcades. Blink timer, it will be a timer. I need another variable to check when I'm showing the text or not. Boolean. I need the main image for the splash screen and the other image for the level, right? For the title screen of this level. So that will be title image. That will be GUI and are part of the image object. And I'm gonna add also the splash image. That will be .ei. That's wrong. I don't want that. Yeah, that's it. Image. I may need again an advanced texture like I was doing to handle the text in the other level. Title, I'm going to call it title screen, and this will be also a UI. Oh, what's happening here? And this will be an advanced dynamic texture. Yep. And I need the engine, right? I need to pass the engine here. What I'm doing here, I'm not passing any engine at all. Oh yeah, I'm doing, yep. I'm passing the engine here in the constructor. Yep, I'm gonna do the same here. So for the title level, I need to import those classes. I'm gonna do that in a moment. In the constructor, I'm gonna set the engine, which is the babylon.js engine, and that's part also of the babylon.js core library. And this will be my constructor. Okay, so I'm gonna start importing from the babylon.js. Every time you import something, just be sure that you're adding to the corresponding folder or type here, the library name. So for the GUI, I need to import something different. Yeah, this is it. When import this, I need to import the scene also. the camera and the timer. That will be from the core folder here. So for our constructor, I need to set the engine. This engine equals engine, and I need to set the scene also. The scenes equal new scene, and I need to pass the engine. And I'm going to set the background scene color to black. With this scene dot clear color, this one, and this will accept a new vector 4. Right, and I'm going to pass. So the three first arguments are for, I think, are for red, green, and blue, and the other is for alpha, right, which will make a solid black color. This scene clear color, that's fine, equals new. That should be fine, unless, yeah, that's fine. This color is missing the folder properties. It's vector 4, yeah, it's color 4. Color 4, not vector 4. I need to create the camera again, and this will be the same orthographical camera that I have in the level 1. I'm just gonna copy that code and I'm gonna paste that here, because our game should have some consistency between the cameras. I just cannot show different kind of camera in the title screen and a different kind of camera in the other, in the level 1, for instance. I want everything to be an orthogonal camera. I will add a light. This light equals new atmospheric light. I'm just gonna set a name, light, and I will put the position of the light will be new vector 3. That will be 0, 6 above, and -4 for the z-axis. And I'm going to set the intensity, this light dot intensity, 2.7. And I'm gonna implement the interfaces for the update, renderable, and all of that. So I implement updatable, renderable, and initiable. Right. Those interfaces will give me 3 methods that I need to implement, which are those. So with those interfaces, every interface, it gives me a method. So the init, the render, and the update. So I need to implement those. And I will follow the same structure as I was doing in the level 1. I'm gonna set everything here in the init. I'm gonna render here in the render, and I'm gonna just update everything here in the update. So in the init, like this will be a huge class. I'm gonna put everything that I have here. I'm gonna start initializing all the variables that I have here. So for the this advanced texture, I don't have any other advanced texture. Yeah, I need an advanced texture as well here. And it's also a advanced dynamic texture. So this will be plus UI, advanced dynamic texture, and I'm going to create full screen. Create full screen UI, and I'm going to set a name for that. That will be my UI. I'm gonna start creating all the images here, but I need to add the images to the assets folder. So right now I don't have them, so I'm gonna create a new folder, and I'm gonna set the for title, right? That folder named title will be part of the that should be in the assets folder. Move. So the title folder will contain the images that I'm going to use in the title level, and I need to set some I need to copy those images here inside. So I have the title screen and I have the splash screen. So just two images here. I'm gonna you can drag them to the folder in your Explorer, or you can just copy them and click on the title and just paste them here. And that's it, right? I have now those two images. This is the splash screen, and this will be the title image. That's fine. With that, I can proceed with the init. So here for the title image, it's GUI image. It's new because it's an object. It's image, and I need to pass a name. Title screen image, and I need to pass the path of the texture. In this case, it's in the assets title, and my title screen name is title screen .jpg. This one here. So I need to say now this title image equals, I want to stretch that. So I'm going to set in that stretch uniform. That's fine. I want to stretch in the whole screen as possible. And I'm going to use this title image, that width, it will be 1, which means the 100%. And it will be also for the height. I want this to get the 100% of the UI or of the screen. So this advanced texture, I'm gonna add the image to this UI here. Add control, and I need to add now this title image, and also I'm gonna set the I'm gonna set it to invisible, right? Because the first image we're gonna show is the splash screen, not the title screen. So I'm gonna copy this code here, and with this I'm gonna create now the splash image. I'm gonna just copy all the properties here, there, and title image is visible. So this is the splash image that will be in the assets title, but it has a different name. This is the Bitless solo logo .png. That's fine, but my splash screen, I want that to appear at the center of the screen in a different and not getting the whole screen, right? So I'm gonna just change the width and the height for 0.5 because I want the splash screen to appear at the center of the screen. So I'm gonna also create the text block, text ms, I don't recall what it was called, show text, blink time. I need a message block and a background block. I didn't add them here. Okay, I'm gonna add them now. So I need the message block, but it will be a UI text block like I was using in the level 1, and I need the background block also, a UI rectangle, right? So the message, this will be the text, will be on top of the rectangle. I'm gonna create an instance of those right now. Here, this message block equals UI text block. UI new, it's an object. So I'm gonna also add this, and I'm gonna set the color. I want the letters to be a color white. And I want this to be a font or font size of 24. And I want this to be at the top position of 200. And left position of 0. Remember, those values are in pixels, right? When we're using the UI, we need to specify the pixels. We have top and left properties. I need to add some text because this message block here will need to show some text. So I'm gonna create some constants for that. Read only. Before start text, that will be in string, and I'm gonna put here a message. Press any key to start. I'm gonna copy those, and I'm going to change now. So I need a game title screen, and start game text. So I don't need this. And the name of the game is Babylon space shooter. And for the start game, it's press enter to start. I think that's it. I need to set this message block, that text, and I'm going to use here, I'm going to set that for this before start, right? So we need let me explain why I'm doing something like that. So if you remember, when you have some media files or media events, you need to start, in this case, for the case of the music, we need to make a user event. We need to start all of that with any user event. It can be a click, it can be when I press a key, it can be something, but the music cannot start just automatically. It needs first a user event. So that's why I'm creating the logic like this. Before I can show you the title screen, I'm gonna show you the splash screen with this message that is pressing key to start to continue. So with that, when the user clicks something, then I can start playing the music and all the background and all that stuff, and then I can show the title screen. And that's why. So this is for the message block, and I need the background. This background block equal UI. So this is a rectangle. I'm going to put the same name here. And here I need to set also the dimensions of the rectangle and that I'm going to use. So for the width, I want that to be 1, which it means the 100% of the portion of the screen or of the UI. So for the height, I want this rectangle to have a height of 100 pixels. I want this to be at the top of 200 pixels. And the color, it will be transparent. And for the background, the color, I want that to be background. I want that to be a black color. And then I need to add those blocks to the advanced texture, to the message block, and the background block. So I need to copy this again. So with this I can add now the text blocks and the rectangle block to the UI to handle that. So now, before we can init everything, I think we can set our timer. So this blink timer is not blink time but blink timer, like this. So this blink timer equals new timer, and it will set the frames, and I'm gonna pass here a callback function that I'm gonna do when the timer is over. So I'm gonna show the text and I'm gonna do a lot of stuff here. So this show text, it will be this show text, right? So I'm gonna change every time I'm gonna change the value from true to false and from false to true. So it will be iterating from one to another over and over again. So this message block, it's visible, it's gonna be true. Oh, sorry, it will be this show text, right? And this BG block is visible, yeah. I want the rectangle and the text to be displayed when this variable is true. And every time I want this timer to reset itself, to start over and over again. Now that I have that, I can just set this show text to true to start from true. I'm going to start showing the text, and after 35 frames it will be invisible, and after other 35 frames it will be visible again, and so on and over again. Now I need to add here the keyword observable that I had here in this level. So I'm gonna get the basics, this thing here. I think I can get all the line. Here I'm gonna set this, need to close it, and that's it, right? So this is for the keyword input. So here I need to, for the keyword info, I need to make a switch, and I'm gonna put here the keyword info that type, right? And I can have, and I will check only two types, key down and key up. So in the case of keyboard event types key down, you know what, I can just use the key up only, because that's fine. I don't need to set the key down. I don't need that. So I will use this with another switch for the current game state. This current game state that I don't have yet, right? So I need to add it. Current game state, and I'm gonna set the game state to loading here in the init. So the beginning, so it would be loading. So it's important to keep in mind the game state always, right? Because sometimes you have a messy code or the game is not working like you expect. Maybe it's because you don't have a good game state and you are not calling, you are using the update when the game state is loading, for instance, and all of that. So that's important. So after I am done initializing anything, so I will change this current introduce game state. It will be game state for playing. This is the same setting I have in the level 1. So in this current game state, this one here, okay, that's fine. And in the case our game state is loading, I'm gonna start changing the values that I set here for the different texts and the stuff that I had. So in this case, when I am I'm going to change that message block text. I'm going to change the text for when I'm loading. I'm going to change the text to a start game, to the start game text, and I will show the image title. You know what? This is not the loading, is the playing, right? Because the loading will be done here in the initialization, and when I am done, I will be changing. Oh, let me check that in a while. Just let me put the code here and I'll check the logic after. You just need to code something else. So this title image that is visible, it will be true, and that splash image that is visible, it will be false. And for this, that message block is visible, it will be true, and also for the rectangle. So when I'm gonna play, I'm gonna change from the splash screen to the title screen, right? And I'm gonna show the message, the rectangle background, and the text message, and I'm gonna make the splash screen invisible, and I'm gonna set now the title image to be visible, and I'm gonna stop the blinker here. This blinker timer says counter to 0. That will disable the timer. So, and when I'm playing, oh, you know what, this is loading then. So here, when I'm playing, it's gonna stay playing. I need to use again the switch keyword info key, keyword info event key, and I just need to check for case enter. And if I have the title image display and I press enter, I want to load the level 1, right? So load level, new level 1, and I'm gonna pass the engine. And this load level, if you remember, is the first function we created when I started the tutorial, and that's why the reason I created that, because I'm gonna need that. And hey, thanks for watching. And if you have any suggestion or comment, just put it below. Thank you.